Welcome to Martini Time here on Labor Day. It's been a beautiful day in Blackstone, the center of the world. But then you're at the center of the world too. So we're all at the center. And the name of this talk, I just made it up. I don't plan these out, is the cat carrier revelation. So I hope I can get this done in 20 minutes. My daughter's visiting. She wanted me to cut it to 15, but jeez. So this morning, I hope you tuned into this morning's talk. If not, here's your chance to go back and pick it up because it's on my website, To Kill a Minotaur, or on my Facebook page. And so this morning, the title of the talk was, My Name is Prabhakar. And I told the story of how I got the name Prabhakar, and of going to Miami and discovering who Prabhakar was. Prabhakar's name means the giver of light. His father is the sun, the solar god. And so I told the story this morning, so I don't want to go back into that. But what I've discovered today is, and by the way, this is proof that I'm Prabhakar, but this is backwards. It looks like Sanskrit. It looks like Hindi. But I can't reverse it, so it says Prabhakar on there. So this authenticates the name, and I didn't just make it up. It was given to me when I became a part of Siddha Yoga. You get a spiritual name, but the advantage of the spiritual, what use is it? You know, if you're hanging out with the yogis and your group, and then everybody can call you Prabhakar, and you can call them Bhakti or all their spiritual names, and everybody feels cozy and good, you know. But what if you live in Blackstone? What if you live in Southside, Virginia? Hi, I'm Prabhakar. Oh, what? What's that? What's a Prabhakar? So the Prabhakar went in my back drawer. But this morning, I had a very powerful meditation, and I was rummaging around in my room, and I found Prabhakar, and I brought him down. And I said, my name is Prabhakar. But then what I want to talk about today is, well, what use is it? What good is it? You see, if something's not useful, it's not really good for anything. Truth is what's useful. So my daughter's visiting here, and she's going to take her cat back home. And she says, where's the cat carrier I brought the cat down here with? And I said, well, it's in the red barn. We have a little barn story. Well, it's in there, but I had a great fear. Oh, the last time I was in that barn, I didn't see any cat carrier. I must have thrown it out. Oh, God. I'm in the shit pot now. Because, see, Ed Conley throws stuff out. And I have Ed has really developed some bad karma in the family. Because if anything's missing, Ed did it. And having a history of that, I actually don't know if I did it or not. You know, so, but it's always this dread when anybody says, no matter how I try not to throw stuff out, Ed's going to throw something out. This it's kind of like a pressure cooker. It's like, what's all this shit around here? I got to throw something out. I got to throw it. Out it goes. And then there's a way faint little something way in the back that says, shouldn't have thrown that out. But, you know, the frustration just pulls right over it. Well, throw it out. So it catches up with you. And I got a reputation. It's so bad that if I'm sitting at the table and I pick up something at the table, somebody will say, don't throw that out. You know, it's the expectation that I'm going to throw it out. You can't get rid of your past. You can't get rid of your history, no matter how you try. So what happened today? Okay, so anyway, I go out there and I'm looking in the barn and I can't find it. I know I've thrown it out. My daughter goes out there, she looks, and she can't find it. So I said, I'm sorry, I must have thrown it out. I confess. I did it. I threw it out. So then she's in the bedroom, and there's a big cabinet up there in the top over the shelves, you know. And I found it. So there was a cat carrier up in the upper shelf in the thing. And I go, well, you know what I did? And I was going to, what I did was that I said Ed Conley threw it out. But Prabhakar didn't. See, Prabhakar didn't throw it out. So Prabhakar was innocent, but Ed Conley didn't. It was ambiguous. I didn't know if I threw it out or not. So I went for the guilt. In other words, I took the sins of the world upon myself. If something goes wrong, I did it. I'll take the blame. I'll carry the cross. See, that's what that means. I'll take the sins of the world. So I'll take the sin, I'll take the blame, you see, because deep in my heart I'm innocent. Prabhakar didn't do it, you see. So what happened was that this little event showed me the value of having an alternate ego. Or maybe not an alternate ego, but a light self. A self that's born of light, that doesn't get involved in time and your personality and all your karma and all that. There's a deep-seated innocence within you. There's a deep-seated innocence, but it doesn't have a name. And if it doesn't have a name, you can't call it up. You can't use it. You know, my name, Ed Conley, somebody says, hey, Ed, I turn, you know. I say, yeah. But since I've never used my name Prabhakar, nobody ever called me by that. So nobody calls Prabhakar up. So what I did this morning was, to hell with it. I'm going to call Prabhakar up myself, you see. And so when I write on Facebook or when I talk like right now, I've realized that Prabhakar is talking and Prabhakar is writing because I have no idea what I'm going to say next. Ed Conley has no idea what he's doing. So somebody's doing something. It's Prabhakar. Ed Conley's innocent. So if I screw up here, don't blame Ed Conley. Blame Prabhakar, you see. So it's kind of like the ventriloquist and the dummy. So the dummy, the ventriloquist doesn't, the dummy says something, and the ventriloquist says, well, I didn't say it, he said it. You know. So I'm innocent. The dummy did it, you know. So Prabhakar can say, I'm innocent. Ed Conley, the dummy, did it. He threw it out. He'd let him take the blame. Let him hang on the cross. So this is a great relief, you know, to have a spiritual name. And I don't want to get in trouble with spiritual, but just a name for your true inner self that is your creative self. Now, creativity, you see, if you ever experience any creativity, it can come in any way. It can come in sports, conversation, writing, dance, singing, whatever. Whenever you feel like something is doing you, sex, I mean, even that, whenever you feel like something is doing you, that's your Prabhakar. Whenever you feel like my art is doing me, or this relationship is doing me, or this, even in war, people, the war is doing me, this action is doing me. You know, I'm not doing it. Heroes always feel this way. They do a heroic action, and then everybody pins a medal on them and says, you did it. And he really feels like, well, I really didn't do it. Prabhakar did it. You see, so pin the medal on Prabhakar, but Prabhakar has no form. Prabhakar is empty. You see, so he can't, he's not in time. He's not in form. You see, so this is the mystery of having a name that is for the heart. Because the heart is creative, and when you tap into that name, your fingers do the writing, your tongue does the talking, your feet do the walking, your body does the dancing. People dance, people all know that. The Prabhakar comes out and dances. They just surrender to the dance. The guy who can't surrender is kind of like, I need a little more liquor, you see, before I can surrender to the dance, you see. So this surrender to life is Prabhakar. And he's always innocent. He's always innocent, you see. It's our personality, our persona, our self-image, the name that our parents gave us. That's the one that's tangled up in time and grievance and guilt and shame and I wish I hadn't done that and time in the future, oh, it'll be better tomorrow. You see, Prabhakar doesn't live there. Prabhakar has no future, you see. Prabhakar is creative. He just taps into him. He just pours out, and he has no idea what he's pouring out. But he's really happy about doing it you see. So anyway, so along with, as I look at my time, okay, I've still got some time. So some things go, usually when an event happens or a shift happens in my life, usually there's references, outside references. The outside white world mirrors the inside. And I usually know when a shift has happened, or when I've dropped a barrier, or when I've jumped over a hurdle or something, consciously, in my evolution, my writing improves, my creativity improves, and there are little things that happen in my external world that let me know that very simple things, not big, but just little clues, So my fish died yesterday. So we just went to get a betta fish. And he was 5 years old. His name was Blue Flame, Red Flame, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so we went to get a new fish. And I can't show him because he's in the kitchen, but he's a little blue betta. And I named him Blue Pearl. And I'm burning some Blue Pearl incense here. And this was the incense that I used to get in Swami Muktananda's ashrams. It's on Amazon. It's a great incense. But let me read you the message on the back. Got a picture of a peacock here. The origin of the blue pearl. There is a tradition from the East which speaks of a tiny blue pearl, a powerful light hidden deep within the soul of every human being. According to the tradition, this scintillating light is in the very key of life itself. In the modern meditation classic, Play of Consciousness, which Muktananda wrote, it is called the Blue Pearl. This book, Play of Consciousness, tells one how you can explore different universes of sound, light, fragrance with the Blue Pearl. In the same way, we hope you will be transported by the Blue Pearl incense. And so anyway, they were selling Blue Pearl. But the point is here that the Blue Pearl is Prabhakar. The light that's in the key in the heart of you see. But maybe you haven't named your Prabhakar. You can't name it Prabhakar, that's my name. So you have to name yours. So if you're not waiting for a master to give you a name, or some spiritual tradition, or some religion or something, life's short, don't wait. Find a name for your Blue Pearl. Find a name for your Prabhakar and call him up, or her. Doesn't make any difference. Call them up. Name them. Call them up. That's your innocence. That's your birthright. That is your giver of light. That is the child of the sun. And call it up. Give it a name. If you don't name something, it ain't going to come. It ain't going to appear, you see. You got to give it a name. And you have to invite it and ask it to come into your life. And you have to ask this light to come up. And let your fingers do the talking. And let your tongue do the speaking. And let your feet do the walking. And your body doing the dance, you see. And then your innocence, because if anything goes wrong, Prabhakar did it. You see? Or if you do something and people accuse you, admit it. I did it. But I know I'm innocent because Prabhakar didn't do it. You see, this is beautiful. You can't lose. Whatever people accuse you of, take the blame. Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry. But you're always innocent, you see. So you're guilty and you're innocent. Your personality, your persona is always guilty. We're always screwed. No matter what we can do, we're going to hurt other people. There is no way to be human and not to hurt other people. Best intentions hurt other people. You cannot avoid hurting other people. There is no way to do it. Best intentions, you're going to hurt somebody. So that's our problem. You say, well, I had good intentions. I didn't mean to do wrong. I was good. Heart was good intentions, but you did wrong, and they're blaming you for it. You see. So take the blame. Say, yes, I'm guilty. But you can only do that if you have your Prabhakar, because he is innocent. You see, that's a beautiful way to thread the needle and get to the kingdom of God. Guilty, innocent, together. Then you can get through anything. Thanks for dropping in. I'll see you in the morning.